Another menu item that we have for Christmas dinner are Cornish hens. And what I'm going to do is take these, they've been defrosting. I'm going to take them out and give them a brine, a dry brine. So I have 6 Cornish hens. And we're expecting, how many people tomorrow? I think I estimated to be anywhere between 10 and 12. So even though everyone's not going to eat a half of a Cornish hen, I won't run out. So I allocate approximately a half per person, adults. Keep in mind, this is also, yeah, I laugh at myself sometimes. In addition to some of the other main courses I'm going to have, including prime rib. And my daughter's not a meat eater, so we're gonna bake salmon for her. Still a little frozen inside, so I'll take that little part out. So I've got my Cornish hens, and we'll move on to the next step, which is the dry brine. For this dry brine of these Cornish hens, I'm going to allow approximately a teaspoon of salt per bird, and I'll let it dry brine for 4 to 6 hours. Then later on this evening, I'm going to wash them off, pat them dry, and put them in the refrigerator overnight uncovered. So let's get to going. We want to make sure we get some inside and all over. And even though this seems like a lot of salt, because we're going to be washing it off, it won't matter. And then I'm going to re-season them tomorrow morning when I get ready to cook them. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to smoke them or if I'm going to just put them in the oven and cook. I think I'm going to let it depend on the weather. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. If it rains, definitely I'm going to put them in the oven. Then you say, why? Why should rain interfere with me being able to smoke them? It's just a matter that my smoker is outside in my trailer downstairs, and it's just easier to not have to go back and forth upstairs and downstairs to check on them. So this is a dry brine, salting once again 4 to 6 hours, and then I'm going to wash them off and pat them dry, put them in the refrigerator overnight. And what that does is it dries the skin and forms what's called like a pellicle and helps with crisping. So that's almost exact. So I've got I had 6 teaspoons in here. Next time we come back, I'll show you the next step. My Cornish hens were refrigerated overnight and uncovered, allowing the skin to dry out a bit. Now I'm going to season them. The seasoning that I'm going to use is a buttery lemon pepper type seasoning, and it's not one of my usual ones. I just found this the other day and decided, oh, it smelled pretty good and it looked good. The seasoning is called Kinder's Organic Buttery Steakhouse Seasoning. Some of the ingredients which are listed here include salt, dehydrated onion, dehydrated garlic, organic butter flavors, organic spices, red bell pepper, parsley, organic sunflower oil, and some other extractives. And I'm going to use this in addition to, I'll probably give them a coating of olive oil and then put this on in order to make it stick. I patted dry the underside of my Cornish hens, and now I'm going to put them in the pan and coat them with the olive oil. There's no special arrangement, just whatever fits. Then I'll drizzle some of the olive oil on here. Rub it around the hens. No special trick to that. Remember, these were dry brined, so they've had an opportunity to get some seasoning down into the meat. I did not inject them or anything, so they're just dry brined. I'll turn them over so that I can do the first coating of seasonings. One of the tricks we learn in the barbecue world is to keep the containers clean. Sometimes I'll put a glove on the container just to keep it dry. Or in this case today, I'm just going to use a paper towel wrap around it so I don't get Cornish Game Hen juice and oil all over the bottom. And then we'll do a spritz of this seasoning all over these game hens. Get a little bit inside of there. All over. And I'm hoping, I haven't tried this on game hens, I've tried it on chicken and the seasoning worked very well. Then I'm going to turn them over. And sprinkle a little bit more seasoning all over them. And we don't want a whole lot because I don't want it to be salty. Yet and so I want it to have good flavor. And that's it. These babies are ready to go in the oven. I'm going to cook them in the oven. I mentioned before, it's a very rainy day here today, rainy and cold. And yes, I'm in Southern California, so I'm not used to that Midwest or East Coast cold. So I'm going to just do these babies in the oven. There we have Cornish Game Hens ready to be baked. Here we have the Cornish hens baking. Temped them a few seconds ago. They're at about a 150. I'm going to brown them and pull them. The Cornish hens are done. I put them in the broiler to brown them better. They reached the temperature. Some of them were like at 167 all the way up to about 180. So I figure the carryover is going to take them up a little higher. They're looking good.